Monday the 16th. We're just down at the duck pond here. And we're having, well, these guys are having a bone shoot. And I'm just sitting with them. There they are. And the bear. And of course me. Lots of nice bird song. We'll just let you listen. Why is that doing that? Oh, that's why. Didn't realize I was triggering the zoom. Taking it down with one hand and triggering it on the viewing screen. So, here we go. What are we, 4 days since we checked these ones last at the duck pond, the pines? Chlorosis is furthering. We had quite a bit of rain. Again, remarkably enough, this is like really extra super cold, rainy weather, which is not at all, because it's still like a desert, but I mean for here. And so this is what we got. This would have been like within the last 20 hours, 28 hours worth of off and on rain. So look at it right there, right? Oh, this is a, it looks like, I guess it's an aspen, eh? Yeah, that would be an aspen, I'm sure. Kind of like a poplar, but a little harder wood. Yeah, so like, look, it's on all of it. It wasn't there the last time. Let's see if it's an insect. So this is a, younger tree of the same thing. Yeah, it's got some. Oh, I see. Yeah, let's just go above. Yeah, it probably didn't get rained on very much. Real thick canopy above this, even though it's just like, 10 feet away. The the mama, the host aspen, about 15 feet that way is like, it's like a 35, 40 foot, maybe even a 50 foot aspen. 80 years old or more. Certainly 60. About 2 feet in diameter. So here's a branch on the slightly older one, slightly bigger. And yeah, no, there's no sign of insects or nothing. The younger one, the leaves are younger too, so maybe it was. Oh yeah, and see, here's where the canopy is a little more open directly above, and you can see how same. This is the smaller aspen. You can see where the canopy's more open, and it would have got more direct from the above. I would think the most of whatever's in it, including dust, just kind of. Yeah, well, there we go. Big surprise, eh? So, does it look like we've gotten our third blast of Fukushima radiological fallout? So it seems. Try of much more in-depth testing. That's the thing. It doesn't just go away. You can still test from the very first fallen star we made there at the Trinity test site in New Mexico. It blew up the first fission bomb, the first fallen star, 1944. We whisked 2 more off for further prototype testing on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, in spite of already having had a surrender for a sue for surrender demand for numerous weeks beforehand. 3 times, I believe, one was given, but ignored. It's unnecessary killing, guys. That's what that is. I don't care what you want to call it. One thing, if you want to shoot yourselves in the head, and I kind of don't blame you, anything to keep monsters like you from destroying more. However, that's not the solution. The solution is life, not destruction. The solution is creation, not death, not extinction. And you certainly don't have the right to be doing that to all the other life. May not have the ability to keep you from doing that to yourself, but I think we all have to get together, muster up the ability, and do it for ourselves. But we're doing it for the earth, right? If all this dies, we die. Guaranteed. Okay, so we're already dying. And so is it. This is what Homo sapient did. Me too. Because some of that was my tax money, and I didn't let them kill me when they come to beat me up and take my money from me. A major portion of it. I just kind of, oh, don't hit me. Don't hit me again. Don't put me in jail. Here, take my money. Don't shoot me. Don't taser me. Well, this is what you get with an attitude like that, right? You get a world once again irradiated. Big, huge fucking time. Okay, and keep in mind, there's these Mark IIs. There's like what? There's like what, 138 of them kicking about the Earth. Granted, not all of them maybe on major fault plates like Fukushima and that one down south of it that TEPCO also owns in Japan on the east coast there. But like there's a whole bunch of those General Electric Mark II reactors in various stages of, we're talking like 50, 60-year-old crud in various stages of revamping, which they do all the time, and they remodel them. And I don't know. I think I understood there was something like 32 or 38 that were modified to this MOX. And I mean, how the fuck can you have any of this shit going without an absolute fail-proof, like on a CANDU, you can just inject it with boron and that's it. Now you fucked your reactor and all your contents. So what? It was going to be fucked in a meltdown anyhow. Before that last moment threshold of buffer or no buffer in any reactor happens, you have to be able to, before that last failsafe happens, an automatic buffer has to be triggered. This has to be implemented immediately in all fusion reactions. And I'm sorry, the warheads have to be taken down. All the fucking nuclear warheads. We can't have any more releases like this. It's just absolutely no fucking more. Fukushima has to be dealt with immediately. There can be no more release. No fucking more. You guys haven't even done anything to slow it down. Other than you started to put makeshift seawater, which just cooled it off from going totally critical, and kept on polluting. Sending it right out into the ocean. Whole shitload. You didn't even grab some oil tankers and fill up from your overfill with the warm coolant, so you could put new cooler coolant in. I mean, what the fuck kind of design? Still, we're going on 65 days now, something like that. 60, 61 since containment was breached. No, a day and a half and containment was breached. So 65 days we're at since containment was breached. And it's still on the verge of going critical. How can these things be allowed? What the fuck? Okay, step number 1. All licenses are pulled. No more fusion, no more fission. None. Was been thoroughly reviewed and put up before all the beings on the earth to say yay or say nothing, which means it can't be done until at least over half of them have to say yes, I consent, until such date as I withdraw my consent, should it be necessary. That's it. All of it has to stop. All of it. You can't do no more of this. And when you can prove that it can absolutely, through anything, even a meteorite crash, be stopped, fusion can be stopped dead in its tracks, can't be no more of it. And you have to put up a surety of real tangible property, not fake shell game shit on paper, but real tangible property that, like gold. For the worst case scenario, according to what you've got at hand, in reality, to cover the liability of that shit. Who's going to compensate me for all the years of suffering I'm going to have to do before I die a very early death like most people in North America? Who's going to... All the farming is in fact destroyed and worthless, and that means they all have to go broke. All the foods are radiated. Before the first radiation hit our shores, if we went with the old standard levels that had been scientifically agreed to in Canada and all North America for a long time, after that first came ashore, most of it would have been closed down and unacceptable. And now that's just increasing and increasing and increasing, and it's still being put into the environment. It's still being released. Fuck, You gotta cement all that shit in so it can't move around as it's going to the bottom of the trench. And that'll only slow it down. It's not gonna fix fuck all. You gotta put moderator cemented in there. Your xenolite moderator. And it's all gotta be held into place. And then you gotta put that whole fucking thing down into the Japan trench. The Yanks will give you the nuclear explosives and place them for you and everything. And if you don't want to deal with them, well, there's plenty of others. The Ruskies had a little bit of experience. I don't know who's the best in the business. I don't know. Some say the guys the Zionists that brought down them World Trade Centers. But look at my Fukushima radiation resolution from March 16th, I think it was. There, I put it there. There's the coordinates. You look. You get out there with your electromagnetic induction, your pulse radar. Many miners have this shit, and you find where the fault is, the new faults. I gave you a starting point there of where it should be. Go back. I'll put the link right here to go back to March 16th, and you look there, and you gotta fracture it, and you gotta send that whole fucking thing down. And of course, everyone across the drink on BC and Yukon, Alaska, up in the Aleutians, everyone has to be ready for all the tidal waves that'll come when that whole fucking thing slides down into the Japan trench. And that's only gonna slow it down. It's not gonna stop it. The sea, everything's already fucked. We're already fucked, but we're gonna keep it from being airborne that way. By and large, we're gonna reduce the airborne factor for a time. There are no other options. Unless you have a way to go in there without increasing it and making it worse and pull those fucking piles apart one by one and stop the fusion sequence. There are no other options. So, like, are we gonna do something to save our planet, or post keep it alive a little longer? Or we're gonna fight for every last fucking moment? And you know what I mean by fight. Fight for life and creation and resolution, not this fucking beast stuff. That's over. Hey, you fucking choose. Better get with it.